Right, so we're going to start picking up the stitches, and this is what it should look like once you've done it. Okay, and I've picked up the 12 on the rib and the 33 on the straight edge, and then the 37 or whatever it is on the sloping side. And you should just pick a line of your stitching, of your knitting, and pick up your stitches along that line. Now you're going to start at the bottom right hand corner, but I've already picked some of these stitches up when I was showing Kelly last week. So you're going to have the right hand side facing you, and the bottom right hand corner is where you're going to start. Now I'm just going to pretend that this is the bottom right hand corner, and I've used a different wool here just so you can see the contrast. Now if you're going to use a crocheting hook, okay, go into the bottom right hand corner, make a little loop with your wool, have the crochet hook so the wool hooks onto it, and bring it through. And that's your first stitch that you're going to use. I'm then going to take the small piece of the loop wool and just overlap it across the long one just to keep it in place. You then work your way up, as I said, choose a line, and I'm going to work my way up the rib, 12 stitches up the rib, and you've got 12 rows, so every row you pick up a stitch using the hook and the thread. So you just go in over the thread and pull through. Now you can see as I'm going along here, it's producing a nice row of stitches, no holes, along the rib. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's my 12 stitches. So what I'm going to do then is, I'm going to get your circular needle, and I'm just going to transfer those 12 stitches across here on my circular needle. So I'm just going to transfer them off the hook from the back onto the needle. And that frees up my crochet hook to pick up the next lot of stitches. Now it says pick up 33 stitches, and you should see where you've made that decrease, that first decrease. So on the straight bit, you're going to have a look, there's your straight bit before you start decreasing. You've got to do 33 stitches. Now make sure that you roll it out, and you're evenly going to pick up your 33 stitches along that line. And I suggest you do them in groups of 10 and just transfer them over. And then if anybody interrupts, you know exactly how many stitches you've picked up. And you're going to work your way up across the straight edge and then 37 along the slope. Now I'm just going to move across now to my correct side. This was just showing you how to pick up the stitches. So I'm just going to move over to my correct side, and what I've done here is I've picked up the 12 on the rib, I've picked up the 33 on the straight bit, and I've picked up the 37 going up the sloping edge, which you can see by your little decreases. And then when you get to the stitches on the pin, just knit across them and just overlap the back thread, and then you're going to knit across the back, which I've done. And as you can see, I've got the next shoulder. So I'm just going to take them off, okay, and I'm just going to place them on. You can either use your needle or your crochet hook, it doesn't matter. Just transfer your stitches over. Okay, and then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to knit these off, and I'm going to make sure that that back thread is nice and tight. Okay, so I'm going to knit that first one, and then I'm going to overlap that back thread. Okay, so you just literally pick it up and take it across the wool that you're using and knit the stitches off. Now remember, you can use your circular needle to hold those stitches while you knit them off, or you can put them on another needle. I'm just using the crochet hook. Okay, so I've knitted those 9, and then I do exactly the same along here. So I've got to pick up 37 stitches down here, 33 on the straight bit, and 12 on the rib. Okay, and that's what you are going to do, hopefully by Thursday. If you're going to use the needle to pick your stitches up, I'll just very quickly show you how to do it, but it is more awkward. Okay, now remember, I've just using the wrong side of my work just to show you. Can't find the end of this wool now. There it is. Okay, some of you may prefer to use this. Again, you just put your needle in the bottom right hand corner. You just place your wool over as if you were joining on a new colour and pull through. But as you can see, it does get trickier. The hook is easier. Okay, so we've picked up our first stitch. Okay, and now we're going to pick up the second one. So we go into the space. Okay, and I'm going to make sure that this little strand of wool is over your main ball of wool strand. And then I'm just going to over, like you would knit, through, and that's your second stitch. In, over, through, third stitch. And again, just pick a line of your rib and follow it. Okay, now remember that you're starting from the bottom right hand corner of your right side. Okay, the only problem you'll have using the straight needle is it gets more and more awkward to actually get into places. So if you could practice with the crochet hook, that would be great. You see, like I've just done there, it's harder to actually get them through all the time. And also, if someone interrupts you, you may have lost count of how many stitches you've done. Okay, so I hope this helps, and I'll get back to you on Thursday. Okay, bye.